this is a little crazy, but, oh, sorry, wrong one. My name's Henry. I may not look it, but I'm Mexican. How many Mexicans we got in the room? All right. You're a what?
Yes.
No, you're not.
I'm a quarter. Still Mexican.
Yeah.
Works.
All right. Yeah, I'm actually half somewhere in there. About. We're not sure what else my mom has. We're trying to figure that out still. But yeah, you know what they call us, right? Well, I actually worked on the construction site with my dad for about 3 months. Didn't like it, but everyone there, except for like 3 people, were Mexican. I'm not joking. It seems like a racial profile, but it is true. And every one of them called me a paragraph. You know why?
Why?
Well, I'm only part Mexican, so I'm only part of an essay. People tend to get really confused when they see me with the shaved head, bald. And the question I get the most is, do you shave your head? No, I just grab my chest hair, pull real hard, and it comes down. But when I first started shaving my head, I went over to my aunt's house. It was like 4th of July gathering, and she looks at me and just kept looking at me, just staring. Finally, I went up and talked to her. I'm like, okay, what's wrong? She's like, you shaved your head? Yeah. You look like you came out of a concentration camp. I'm like, really? I mean, okay, what guy ever came out of a concentration camp able to do the truffle shuffle? Honestly? Yeah. On my mom's side, I mean, I'm really, really Mexican. I can see you guys are still doubting me. But, I mean, just to give you an idea, I was getting tired of mowing my lawn at our house and stuff. And I walked up to my dad, I'm like, can't we just hire someone to come in and mow it for us? He's like, okay, here's the guy's number. He handed me his phone, and it had on speed dial landscaping guys. I was like, all right. So I dial it. Ring, ring. And then my ringtone starts going off. And my mom actually came up here when she was about 16. So how many 16-year-olds we got in here?
Woo-woo!
She was about your age, ran across the border wearing bright pink. She did not get caught. I have no clue how. She's a citizen now, so don't report her. But she had all these funny sayings, like she's trying to learn American sayings and would get them wrong. Like one time, me and my brother were up to something, and she's like, I smell fish. And we just sort of looked at her like, huh?
Oh my God.
You mean something smells fishy? Yes. That's what I said, right? Yeah. When I got my permit, she was still trying to get these sayings right. I'm driving along, she's like, her knuckles are turning white, she's holding on to the seat like, just terrified. And she says, don't get a cement foot. You mean lead foot? Yeah, that's what I said. And she would get all these things mixed up, like she would offer me a bowl of yellow instead of a bowl of Jello. And one time I'm sitting there doing my homework and I'm just staring off into space. I'm not paying attention to anything. She comes over and she's looking at me, trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I finally realized that she's right there. I'm like, what is it? And she's like, oh, were you zoomed out? You mean zoned out? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. She also gets song lyrics wrong occasionally. Like, there's a song, it starts, I will rise out of these ashes, rise. You know that song?
Yeah.
She went the longest time singing, Samurai, Samurai. And then there's that one song, shake your groove thing, shake your groove. You know that song? She starts saying, shake your booty, shake your booty, yeah. And I did, so. But I mean, she was a great mom. I love her to death. This is actually like the first time I'm away without any contact to her for more than a day. I'm surprised she hasn't been calling me like crazy. I probably have like 50 text messages and 20 missed calls on my phone, but I haven't looked at it lately. But she is so overprotective. When I was a baby, she wouldn't let me out of the house for like the first 3 months. And when she did, I was wearing, I think it was 4 layers of sweatpants and sweatshirts. I walked up to my mom, can I take my sweatshirt? This is the middle of summer. She was freezing. She had just moved to Washington. She was freezing, and I'm sitting there sweating. This little kid, Mommy, can I take off my sweatshirt? Yeah, honey. Can I take another one off? No, you'll catch a cold. But also because of that, I have 2 little brothers. They're Joseph and William, 13 and 11. My baby brother just learned that Santa wasn't real. He was devastated. And he's like, what about the Easter Bunny? He still doesn't know. But, I mean, he acts completely different around her than around my dad. I mean, how many older siblings know that your younger siblings will act different when mom's around? Oh, yeah. And younger siblings? Yeah. You do. My younger brother stubs his toe and bawls when my mom's around. But when my dad's around, he slices his hand with his pocket knife. Oh, look at that. Hey, Dad? Yeah? I need stitches. No.
Oh my goodness.
I can see my bones. You'll be fine. Let's rub some dirt on it. That's the way my dad was. All of us have dads like that, right?
No. Yes.
Yeah,
Child.
my dad always talks about how hard life was for him. I'm pretty sure he started working as soon as he came out of the womb. I mean, I'm pretty sure at church they just strapped those little mop outfits onto him and just had him slide across the church. Because I swear, he has worked his entire life. And, I mean, he'll tell me stories about on his way to work. He's like, I walked 5 miles to school every day. Snow 365 days of the year. And it was uphill both ways. Occasionally we could afford shoes, but usually we didn't have any. And I'm like, Dad, really? I told that joke, and he's sitting there, he says, I never said, well, you know what, it was 5 miles, and I guess it was sort of uphill both ways. I was exaggerating it. And it was true. But I mean, he was the youngest of 10 kids. 10 kids raised by one mom. My dad learned to be tough when he was little. He decked his principal in kindergarten.
Woo! Go, Mr. Beck.
It was an accident. He never went to that school again after that. And I swear, he was hit, I'm pretty sure he got hit by a car 3 times every year since he was born. The way he tells the story, it's different every single time. One time, I broke my arm, I flew across the road. I'm surprised this guy's still alive. It's amazing, it's a miracle. But, I mean, I look exactly like him, but I act nothing like him. I'm more like my mom, sadly. I am overprotective of my little brothers, too. Occasionally. Every once in a while, I need to smack him upside the head, though.
Gib slap.
But my younger brother, Joseph, the older of the 2, he is exactly like my dad. It's like my dad on steroids, though. My younger brother is fearless. I looked in the backyard once when he was about 5 years old. He was on the roof of the garage. He had climbed up the fence, up the side of the garage, and off a tree to get on the roof. And he's like, "Hi!" I'm like, "Get down from there! You're gonna hurt yourself." He's like, "No, I do this all the time." And he is amazing with animals. It's kind of scary. Our dog got loose and ran around the block, and a tiger pit bull got out and was chasing him. My older brother runs up to the pit bull, grabs it by the collar, and drags it back to its owner. 2 blocks, not a scratch on him. I got attacked by a wiener dog as a kid. But